For some weeks now, we've been talking about emotional intelligence. Today, we're going to veer off a bit. But before we get into all that, we want to go out there and share the feed and inform. Yeah, I know you always have to inform family and friends. It's because for some reason they've not taken note of the time yet. So just let everyone know that we're live and we will get going. Um, yeah. So we give you a few more seconds to do that, and we get going. Okay. Yep. Okay. So as I mentioned, it's always good to come your way every single weekend. So please let us know when you join us. When you join the feed, shoot a hello in the comment section, shoot a hi, and we'll bring you into the conversation. Um, as usual, it's always good to have a very interactive conversation. It's hello, Sammy, good to have you. It's the conversation is richer. We get more perspectives. We get different angles to issues when we can have um, what everyone thinks. What everyone thinks might not necessarily be the right thing, but it at least opens your eyes to other perspectives or other ways people are processing all the issues. Okay, so let's get going. Now, we're going to answer a question today. So a question that came in. That is, it's sometimes when you hear some of these questions, the tendency is to quickly brush them off as, oh, but this is a very simple question. But not all questions that appear simple are actually simple. Some of them, especially when it has to do with human relations and it has to do with human beings in general, it's not cast in stone. There is no hard and fast rule about it. And so a question came in about a guy who thinks that he's interested in a lady, but the lady has a child already, and he's asking, I mean, what he should expect, what are the complications, and so on and so forth. Um, I'll throw that to Prissy to start with to have a take on it. Prissy, what do you think the guy should look out for?
For a lady that has a child,
Correct.
it means that um, if you are dating somebody with a child or married to someone with a child, automatically you also have a child.
Okay.
Yeah. So you you should know that then you have responsibility towards two people instead of one.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's the first thing you need to know.
Okay.
And there are the pros and the cons also. Especially if the child's other parent is so involved or like very involved, that means
Mhm.
you are always going to meet that parent, interact with the parents. There are times that um and that's a supposed as ex of the
The lady.
the lady.
Okay.
So in that case, you're always going to have the ex around. You cannot, because there's something that is binding them, linking them together.
Right.
Yes. So those are some of the considerations you should make if you are not comfortable having your partner's ex around and all that. Then and that should be an issue for you. Yeah.
Okay, so if I am very comfortable with the lady, but not necessarily comfortable with a child that is not mine, is that enough grounds to call the relationship off? Like, not to
That
pursue?
yes, if you're not comfortable with the child, then I don't know how you are going to live with a lady without a child, because the lady is a parent and the child has to be with the parent.
But there
The
is
child is
another
always
parent.
attached to the lady.
Yes, but there is another
If
parent.
there is another parent, the I don't know who the child is going to stay with, but I believe that if you love someone, you are supposed to love everything about the person, including the child.
Is that true? Do you need
It's
to do you, okay, so let's veer off a bit. If you love someone, should you necessarily love everything about the person?
so
That's so
it's
difficult to do.
it's it's difficult. Okay, so you are in love with the person,
Correct.
but the child they've got their personality. When they are children,
Okay.
it's different. But when the children are adults, like the kids are adults,
No, the person only
by
said
then
a
they would
child.
have,
So
yeah, by then they would have formed their own personality. But as children, you can easily um children don't really usually have a mind of their own, like kids under 18 and all that.
okay.
So you treat every child like your child, like any child you see out there. If you have that mindset that you see any child as your child, not like your child as in your own child per se, but you treat them like, there's a way you treat children and there's a way
No, but
you relate to adults.
so if I'm not able to treat my to be spouse's child as my child, you mean it's
Then
not
it's
enough
going to
to
be difficult because it will be difficult. The
is
marriage might work, but at the end of the day, maybe the child might suffer. Or
yeah, so again, yes, the child might suffer, but the question is that is the child my primary consideration? I mean, if I'm in the shoes of the man, I am interested in the child's mom,
mhm,
right? Not necessarily interested in the child.
and
Why should
how
that
can you
be?
separate a child from the mother, unless maybe the child is
Okay, so
independent
no.
and like grown and independent? That way, that is a different issue. But for somebody who is parenting, it is
No,
hard
but
to
parenting doesn't
separate.
necessarily mean the child should be with the mother, right?
So
The
what about the father, if the father too is not in a position to have the child?
so why does the child have to be with the mother then? Yes, I get
Then
it. So
yeah,
the mother is also not in a position to be with the child. Why should that be my headache because I'm in love with someone?
that is it is that is what makes it complicated,
Yes,
because
so that's what the person is trying
yeah,
to understand.
that is what makes it complicated.
So hey, Warren, good to have you. You said nice outfit, Van. Okay, thank you. My mother-in-law got it for me. So anyway, yeah, but back to the topic. If again, for those who just joined us, we have a question in. A gentleman is asking that he's interested in this lady, very good character, but the lady has a child and so wants to know what are the dangers, what he should look out for. And what Prissy is saying that if a lady you are interested in has a child, then you should be open to treat the lady as your sorry, the child as yours. And I'm saying that the fact that I'm interested in a lady doesn't necessarily mean that I should be interested in fathering someone's child. It, it's an extra
Hard,
burden.
yeah, but
Someone
it's
is
hard to separate. It
no
is
that
very hard to separate a child from their parents. So
it, okay. Are you saying it's hard to separate a child from their mom or
they are
their
even
parents?
their parents.
Okay,
Yeah.
so why then can the child not be with whoever the father is and let
So
me have my
in
peace of mind?
this part of the world, like maybe they share the custody, like the
Yes,
child
yes.
can go
So
to stay with the mom for a while
correct.
and then come to the dad for a while, so
Yeah,
they have days that they can move. Still the child will be with the mom if in cases that custody agreement.
I don't have a problem with
The
that.
child will be going back and forth, and I feel that usually that one is even more complicated, because if the other parent
Mhm.
doesn't like the new spouse of the
Yeah, like the
the
lady.
lady,
Yeah, in this case, yeah.
that parents can poison the mind of the child to always cause trouble at home.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is
Those are some of the complications that even moving around comes with.
good. Okay, just before I come in, hey Esther, good to have you. That is the more reason I am saying, why should the child be so important an element here? If I want to marry someone, so in the shoes of that gentleman, if I want to marry someone and the person already has a child, what I mean is, if the child even but I mean they are sharing custody with both parents at different times, why do I need to be be someone who is treating the child as mine before, like, I'm really qualified to be with them? Why should I, like, what kind of requirement is this? Where from this one to?
It's, if you have, you as a child has been in like an environment like that before, like
Mm-hmm.
as a child,
Yeah.
you you understand how, like, it's also hard for the child in that marriage. When you're marrying somebody, we say that in whatever, the marriage is not just between two people but between two families.
No, it's not scriptural.
And
It's not scriptural. Marriage is never between two families. It's between a man and a
that
woman.
and that child is technically your child
No,
after when you marry the person.
technically your child.
Yes, because you
Okay,
are married
I'll
to the
give
mom.
I'll give that to you. Yes, technically your child.
Yeah.
Why should you fulfill a requirement of being able to like the child as your own?
For me, I feel like if you don't like your child as your own, then even don't go into that marriage.
Why? I like the lady. That's what the guy is saying.
Yes, but you cannot separate
You can.
a child.
It's a woman and a child. Why can't you separate them? Like how?
No, like as they are young, because some people go into marriages. I've seen people go into marriages
Mhm.
because they like the women, but they don't like their kids, and they mess up the kids' future for them. Like they mess the kids up.
It is because the requirements were not clear from the beginning. Loving someone wouldn't necessarily mean loving anyone beyond that person. Why should
I
that be
think
a
that
requirement?
if you love someone
Okay.
and you are saying that, okay, you are, for loving someone is
Mhm.
also tolerating all the, like some of the baggages and all that the person comes with.
Exactly. The person comes with, not
Yeah.
an extra human being comes with.
No,
Yes.
so that human being is the person's baggage.
No, no.
Sort of.
So, and ladies and gentlemen, if you have any good input on this,
So
please help out.
what do you advise the person does with the child?
No, I have not advised anything. You gave an advice, and I'm trying to question the advice. That's all. If you have any input on this, please share it, because hey, the poor guy only came in to love a lady. Why on earth does he have to be more difficult than it should be?
Yeah, and so as you are going in, you should understand that
Okay,
somebody with a child,
Mhm.
someone having a child comes with more responsibilities or more complications than without the child. It's something you should be aware of, and so that when you are entering, you are prepared for it. Yeah, so
Okay,
you are
can
not
the
you are
child
not tied. You are not tied to marrying the person too, are you?
Yes,
You are not tied to.
no. You feel you are following your heart. You should be able to follow your
So
heart.
if you are following your heart,
Yes.
then your heart should be able to accept the child.
No. See, truth be told, there are parents who even don't necessarily like their children. So why are we putting that heavy burden on a stranger? Nia Ite says, I like the heat today. I, I just can't understand why even the parent sometimes doesn't like the child. Why
Yes,
should someone
that
else?
is an extreme wickedness, because even the Bible says that
Oh God.
wicked people love their children. They give good gifts to their children. So for somebody to have a child and not like that child, then the person is the sort of wickedness is on another level.
That's fine. Giving. Let's say the person is wicked. That's fine. That's fine. But the person doesn't like the child. Why should someone else carry that burden of liking
Don't
someone else?
don't because don't go in there and mess up, because
And mess
if
up. Okay. Quick question.
someone's life,
Quick question.
yeah.
If that lady doesn't get married, okay, and is with a child, why are you suddenly assuming that that person will have a better life than coming into a marriage with a new father who doesn't like the child?
If I were the lady and I
Mhm.
have to choose between
Mhm.
somebody, and maybe I am the one with the child, and I
Okay.
have to choose between somebody who claims to love me and not love my child,
Okay.
or be with my child, for
Okay.
me personally, I'll choose my child.
You choose, then you're not
Yes.
ready for
Yeah,
marriage.
it means that I'm also not ready for you.
No,
You
no,
are
no,
not
no.
ready
You are
for
not
me.
ready for marriage. It's not like you are not
No,
ready for
I
you are
might
not ready
find
for marriage.
somebody who might be interested in me and my and then me having my child.
Okay. So
That's
no, no.
yeah.
So what you are saying
Mm.
is your criteria for marriage, for picking someone, will be someone who likes
So you can
your
accept
child,
me
right?
as I am with
Oh, no, no,
everything
no.
I come
So
with.
who likes your child, right? Hey, yeah, good to have you. So all you saying is then your criteria, your main
Yeah.
filter for choosing a partner
Mhm.
will be someone who likes your child, right?
Someone who likes me with my child inclusive.
Okay, we'll come to that. So Nia Ite says it shouldn't be compulsory for the man. I perfectly agree with you. Why should the man all of a sudden be able to have a
No,
liking for a child?
I don't know what you mean by maybe love or maybe tolerate or whatever.
Whatever it is, if
So
that man,
so if the man says that
yes,
if I marry you, this child cannot stay with us,
yes, uh-huh.
what do you want me to do?
What
And
why? So
maybe the child doesn't even, let's say I am
small marriage, the man came to marry, the man should come and carry all this load.
I'm a
What's
widow.
uh-huh.
I am a widow.
No, the
Let's,
father exists.
no,
No, no,
because there
don't
are
change.
different reasons
Don't change.
why. There are
Don't
different
change the
reasons
topic.
why
Don't
people are
change.
single
No, no, no,
moms.
no, no, no. Don't change
Maybe
the
I'm a
topic.
widow.
No, no, you are not a widow.
And
In this case, the person is not a widow. The person, the child's father exists.
okay, what if the child's father exists, but that father is irresponsible and
Exactly.
cannot take care of the child?
So
And I
how
am the only
so
person who can take care of the child.
how on earth should that new father who just came to experience love now come and carry the responsibility of a new child? How
Okay,
is that?
but for me, I believe that in the scripture,
Mm-hmm,
judged,
mm-hmm,
you are judged
mm-hmm,
according to how you treat your, because I know Eli, the
mm-hmm,
priest,
mm-hmm,
when the kids were wayward,
mm-hmm.
he was punished because of, so that
Okay.
you
Yes.
are in charge of your children and not your spouse. So you have to make sure that
Okay.
that child is well taken care of.
Good.
So those are some of the dynamics. So you're married, so long as you're not married to the person, your child comes first.
Okay, so before we get there, good to have you, Lady Reverend. Good to have you, Courage. See, a simple, nice gentleman is interested in you, in a lady to start a relationship or to start a family with. My question is, how on earth does it look like if that gentleman doesn't take responsibility for that child? It looks more like, okay, then you don't love me.
Are you talking about?
Is that?
Are you talking about maybe taking care in terms of
No, 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 no,
financial
not
care?
taking care of finance. I mean, if that gentleman is saying that, hey, I only came for you, the lady, and not your child you bringing into the marriage.
What solution has the gentleman got for the child? Supposing there's no other person that can take care of that child.
How is it supposed to be the gentleman's issue? That's the question.
No, and what? So then, as a lady, if I don't have anywhere to take my child, or I don't have any reliable, then I can also choose to say yes or no. It's a choice, right?
Yes, it's a choice. So does that presuppose that if a lady has a child, he is sorry. I just saw a comment. A comment says that buy one, get one free. Is it always the best? Actually, you didn't bargain for that. Does it does it mean that so when ladies already have children and that relationship didn't work and they are looking for another relationship with all the complications that it comes with, it's a full-time job. So how are you burdening that young man with having to love a different, a whole different?
My question is that
yes,
for that,
yeah, love should come with common sense. Okay, so Yao says that if you love the woman, then it is in your interest as a man to take care of that child. Yeah, I don't agree with you already. Because I am going for the child's maintenance, could end up I will be spending the night there. Truth is, until the child's father dies, wunya hutoda. So basically, Yao agrees with you and thinks that if you really love the lady, then it's in your interest to take care of that child. Yao, this is where I have a problem. I came to love a woman or a lady. How on earth do I get one free to love? Like Courage will put it. Well, how do I get an extra person?
When you came, it's not like you didn't know. It's not like there was,
yes,
unless the person didn't tell you.
No,
that
giving.
he had a child.
Giving. Let's say the gentleman knew. Yes, so you know.
But yeah, you should know that those are some of the possibilities of maybe the child staying with you and all that. So if you know that you don't want a child, you should discuss with the lady first. If the lady says that I cannot stay without, like, I cannot live without my child, then you should know that this relationship
is the child the paramount point of interest in the relationship. How?
Okay, so let's assume you have automatically is
Courage says that I think in almost all cases I know, ladies just wanted a man who would take care of her and the child. God bless you, Courage. That is exactly what it is. God bless you. most economically sorted women don't get this stress. You know, before you even step in. Most men also feel the baby fathers always have a password to the woman. I perfectly agree. And it looks more like, just as you are saying, it looks more like the criteria for accepting a man in your life is that man should also go the extra length to like the child. How is that?
So there's been issues with like having step parents that don't like their stepchildren.
Yes, they are not right to like them. They are not. It's not part of their obligation to like them.
It's broken up apart families. No, it's even different that you are indifferent about the child, right?
Yes.
But then some of them go the extra mile to do things that would hurt the child. If you are indifferent, it's okay. You don't add, you don't even subtract. You are just there. It's okay.
So people, men who necessarily don't have the heart to extend love to an extra child from outside are not worthy of being loved by women with children. Like they are not worthy of it. Is that what you're saying?
It all depends on the lady. If the lady is okay with a man that doesn't love the child, fine. Or the man doesn't want them.
No, say that again. Let me process it.
It all depends on the lady. If the lady is okay and feels that I can stay with a man who doesn't have any love for my child,
okay,
and will maltreat my child, and I'm okay with it,
okay,
then you can go ahead and marry that man.
Okay, but you saying in your case,
No,
for you won't, because you are looking for someone who take care of your child, and not necessarily
No, even if it's
even
not
if the
manual,
person
like
does no even if the person does not necessarily like you that much. Like,
sure.
so far as the person would allow you and your child, you good.
Yeah, even
Okay,
if you are,
okay.
we can stay at home and you can even be indifferent about my child. You don't have to even do anything about it. But
The indifferent ones are even more
if you
dangerous.
hate my child,
Yeah.
then that is even a problem to me.
The,
So somebody who is in, like, the person doesn't add, doesn't subtract, doesn't do anything. It's even
the way you tell
it's manageable.
indifference, the way you tell indifference might just be the person's silence, but that silence might be misconstrued. If that silence could even be more dangerous than having the person even open their mouth to say that I don't like your child. Anyway, Carrie says that in cases I know, both having a child is a fair ground. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's easier when
both
they
of
are
them.
all bringing trouble.
Yeah, they understand each other.
They are all bringing trouble.
Yeah, so they
Eh,
understand each other.
right, but back to this gentleman's situation. So based off what he has said, we don't have all the details. Would you say he should? I mean, it's worth considering just on the surface. Is it?
Like the person having a child,
Yes.
it is the person he's going in for, and so he has to
Exactly.
look at.
No, pause there. Pause there. Yes. So is the person he's going in for the
Yeah,
person? Do you really mean the person like singular, like not the person with someone else? Do you agree?
yeah,
Good.
but
Good. But
you
what?
have to consider, you love the person, right? So
Yes, you love
then you
love
have
the
to,
person,
yeah.
not the person's whole descendants, set of
Wait, I'm
descendants
not
and
done with
everything.
my what I'm about to say.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
you are going to consider
Hmm.
the person's interest, like what the person also wants.
Yes.
Yeah, before you
Hold on.
decide. So
But is the lady also considering what the guy also
yeah,
wants?
so if what I want is not what you want, it means we
Okay.
are not compatible.
Oh, okay. Okay. So again, let me repeat this. What Prissy is saying is that it is the if you are ranking what is your priorities for getting into that relationship, the child is paramount, correct? Correct?
It's always there. It's something that will be lurking
Correct.
in the background.
Correct. Okay, so
So the first thing is
nothing all everything about if you guys even have a good rapport, good understanding, blah blah blah. All of them are relegated to the background.
if we have good understanding,
Ho-
then it will be easier for you to
No,
understand.
so you can have good understanding on everything except the child situation. What about that? The fact that you have good understanding doesn't mean you would agree on every single thing. And that child could be the issue.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's possible
Possible that,
the child could be the issue. So
yes.
for the
So,
woman,
uh-huh.
it's more about your priorities. What do you want? Do you want to be with a man and not have your child, or you want to be
Mm.
single and have your child, or you want to try other places where they would accept your child? So you have all these things to think about.
Okay, so Mr. Gentleman, as you listening to this, ask yourself whether, or ask the lady whether, no, let me come again.
Or maybe
Ask the lady to rank her priorities
or
and
maybe
see where the
if
child
you are
ranks.
willing to wait for the child to be like 20 before you marry the woman, because by
How,
then
how
the child, or 18, the child is no
so
longer
assuming the child,
independent.
assuming the child is 2, you should wait for 18 years to.
Yeah, because you don't want the child, so wait for the child to grow and be independent.
Oh God.
Then again you can approach the lady, because then the child is independent and the woman doesn't have love is patient, so you can wait if truly it is love.
Okay, so I think first of what I just got from this conversation is that speak to the lady and try to understand what her priorities are. If you realize that you are not, if you are someone who is very accommodating of a whole other human being, it's fine. If not, find out what the priorities of the lady are. Let her rank it, and then I think we would continue this conversation next week. And see other ways they should be looking at it, right? Different ways they should be looking at it to see if it is something that might work or not. I think it works for people, but it basically depends on the type of
Your personality.
yeah, your personality and all. So all too soon we almost out of time. Carrie says, Prissy. Yes, exactly. How can Prissy say the person should wait till the child is like
that is the
an
person
adult before you?
There's a caveat the person is giving you, and you also know to go with it.
Yeah, so I mean, I still stand on the grounds that if someone sees a lady he's interested in, it doesn't mean the whole world should become your burden. You just came to love small love. You came to love. Why should you be carrying the problems of the whole world? Right? So we'll delve into this further. And listeners, if you have any input into this, because I'm also willing to really learn. I mean, how such things work. They all have their different dynamics. So let us know if you have any input to this. And God willing, next week we'll take it up again. Thanks so much for joining us on this week's episode of DFN. Always remember that no two relationships are the same. Some other relationship might have two extra children coming in, and so handle your one like that. Okay, so talk to you soon. Is bye. Cheers for now. Bye bye.